1, 2, 3, 4.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
Oh, this standing shit sucks, but it's good though. It'll boost the core this way. Oh, I like this way too.
There we go.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
My main volume wasn't turned up.
My main.
Yeah, turn up the volume.
Pump up the volume. Dance.
Pump up the volume. Oh man, 90s dance music. What a bunch of bullshit.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, that's something else.
It made white people think they could dance. It tricked us.
Ron, I have a different setup now. I have a stand-up setup.
Okay, Frasley.
Boost the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
It hurts my fucking feet.
Well, yeah, good investment.
Well, I didn't spend any money. It's pre stuff. Thank God for that, because I didn't want to spend money for an actual one.
You could just go in your kitchen and put it on a counter and just stand there.
Kind of. I'm at a place that has a counter. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, like Frasley. If I could be like Frasley.
Have you watched his feed lately?
No. How is she doing? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Since the
the happening.
The stuff we shall not speak of.
Nope.
Which it's fucked up, because I agree with you. That should have been posted. That was a great show.
It was, and just to make Frasley feel better about it, I deleted it off my computer. Like, let me just get it out of here. He wouldn't ever agree to it.
No.
It was a good job. By the way, listeners, Frasley did it. Was nothing, super mega important. It was interesting.
It wasn't anything like that. Yeah, it was very informative. It was very helpful. That's why it kind of irritated me when he was like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that." So
there were a bunch of things I could have cut out that even beginning part. I could have cut that out.
A lot of no, it was all needed, because that was true friends talking. Yeah. And that was an unbiased area. That was all of us talking as friends. And even even if the thing, because even if it was like that, even if it was, please don't do that. Yeah, we're going to respect his things. But there was so much that the world could have known that helps out understanding these situations.
Exactly.
But, I mean, because you're adding humor to it too, could you do this? Do you do this to yourself? Bazooba Guabo, woo! So yeah, it just fuck. So I moved.
Do you do this to yourself? I don't even want to know what you were going to ask.
No, because I don't even because we can't say what was on it either. So, but just out of respect for Fraz, we're not going to say, but we do. We want to. We want to, but we can't.
No.
So I'm trying to text.
Promises were made.
Yeah. Let's see.
I will say, Paul, you shouldn't have pulled your dick out. That probably made him uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, sometimes
you just gotta
improv. You gotta throw it out there. You gotta see what happens. Yeah.
Yep. You gotta tell him what's up. I think during one recording I took my shirt off, and I was doing this with just boxers on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was you, me, and Chappie.
That's okay. You can do boxers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling her here's a video of where I'm at now.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
you got a brick wall behind you? Is that a brick wall?
No, that's just drapery. That's why I just turned it on just for
drapery.
Us. Yeah.
He's got drapery behind
God, okay, I've lost a lot of weight, but I look fat in this, dude.
You got to wear something to compliment your body.
Oh shit, dude! It's so weird because now it's where my waist is at. Dude, on the sides, it is so jelly and loose skin now. It's
but that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
good. You're losing weight.
Yes, thank you. The STL Joe, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Who is this?
I don't know. We can't have that on the recording.
What STL Joe?
What's up?
Who is this? Oh, this is Mr. Fogel.
How you doing, sir?
What's up, buddy? Hey, man, what are you playing right now? Because it's really loud in our ears.
My bad. It's my washer machine.
Oh, well, that's understandable. Now we know what it is. I thought it was a video game.
I thought it was a machine gun or a typewriter.
Typewriter.
Sir, that's the washing machine. Washing all my clothes. I will mute myself. No worries.
No. You're fine, dude. Actually, this is pretty cool because I want to start off today with wrestling. Since I know Beadism is on too, I want to get you guys' take on all this. Beadism, how you doing? Is Beadism on? Because I saw he was on.
Check my levels.
Okay.
That's got to be Beadism.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was right.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. All right, hold on. I got a couple people want to come in who are old to the show but new to you guys. I got to set the link. And then we'll just get all this going on here. Some of them I think just like Joe. But Joe, you could talk, dude. Now we know what's going on with you. It's all good, so...
Holy, I was going to bring up wrestling today too.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, and we're going to talk about Chappie. Kira, she went on a vacation.
Yeah, so I'm already planning the next one.
I know, right?
Oh, okay, so what happened? Where'd you go?
So I went on the cruise. We went on the Carnival Valor, and we went to Costa Maya, Mexico. We went to Cozumel, Mexico. Oh my God, we had a blast. I think the waiters were amazing. Jose was awesome. I liked the little shows that they had on, the dinner shows. I think the best part was my cabin was on the same floor as the food. So getting ice cream and pizza at 1 o'clock in the morning, just whenever you could, it was the best thing ever to me. It's I didn't even have to go 20 feet to go get it. I kind of felt lazy at that point. But
sick.
Yeah. So guess who's invited to the next one? Me. I want all you can eat ice cream. You know what that would do to my system by now? That would kill me, man.
You would not enjoy your vacation, I promise you.
No.
They would just throw you overboard. We took upon aboard a piss and shit factory. Yeah. Hey,
huh?
They would throw you over.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, B-Dism, are you on?
I'm back.
There we go. All right, let's see. Let's check your levels. Say me, my mo, you, or whatever.
Testes. 1, 2.
Perfect.
3.
All right. The rest of the people who come in are probably going to be, loud and obnoxious. So let's just be calm. Be polite. No, fuck that.
Hey, your favorite brother's here.
Hey, it's
Joseph.
Under the sea, in an octopus's garden, in the shade, with you.
The funny gent.
What's up, man? What's up?
All right, cool beans. And we got you. Okay, everybody's on. Let's just begin. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Miscellaneous Podcast. Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Take 2, sorry.
That's his usual fucking entrance.
All right. Welcome to the Miscellaneous Podcast. I'm your host, Paulie, and today we have the Miscellaneous Misfits. No, that sounds stupid. Let's do it over again. All right, here we go.
I didn't know I had to have an intro already.
Yeah, so, I've been listening to AA Ron, and we're going to do a little thing different. So,
it's been 5 years. You still can't get the intro right?
For all those, the funny gent was on the, he's been on the show many times back in the day. He was actually on, one of the hosts right before AA Ron came on as a host, because AA Ron was doing a show. We were doing the show about... Why Are You Haunting Me? You remember that?
I do. God, that was 4.5 years ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. And then, of course, he, the funny gent, he's going to be on the upcoming Halloween slasher story, too, like he was in the second one, reprising his old role. So it's going to be great. He's going to... But, all right. All right, here we go. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Miscellaneous Podcast. I'm your host, Paulie, and today we have fuck it. It's just...
Paul, we'll do this next time.
All right.
We'll do take 3 later.
Years, bro. 10 years.
10 years, man!
Now.
Take number 3,400.
All right. An eternity later.
Did you hear about this? The Netflix documentary, The King of the Ring, is getting taken away from Netflix?
Was there an outrage from the nerds?
Yeah,
the nerds, the wrestling fans?
Yeah, so...
Probably Peacock's going to take it because they want the money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They canceled in the midst of Vince McMahon's scandals. So I was curious. I wanted to know all about the scandals. What did you guys do? Does anyone know a little bit about the scandals at all?
No.
Didn't he date a porn star?
I have a little bit of insight into the scandals.
All right.
Yeah.
So in June, it was reported that McMahon stepped away from his leadership duties in the WWE, and his daughter was taking it over. And this was all due to allegations from 4 different women claiming sexual misconduct. Now, is that what you know, B-Dism?
Yes, sexual misconduct, but not coming from McMahon himself, but from one of the higher-ups within his company who also was a well-known performer for the WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that would be who?
Well, they didn't give any names. But would you like to know a little bit about the women in each one and what they was going through? Not the actual person, but like what the harassment was and everything?
Yeah.
Would you like to know more? Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So the first woman was actually in 2008. He gave $1 million to her and had her sign a non-disclosure agreement because he was sending nudes of himself to her and harassing her at the workplace.
That was a deal. What a deal.
I know, right? Just only
you
$1
get
million.
Some old famous dude chasing after you, shows you his dick, and you get $1 million. Fucking bonus.
Do you think like he dressed it up at all? Like turned it into a pirate? Maybe Indiana Jones?
Mustache on it.
Yeah. Give it an eye patch.
Yeah. Little
Wear
soldier.
For everybody else in the room, please jump in whenever you just start bulldozing through us so you can talk, okay?
You know, I can just see that scene from down Periscope. You're like, I need a man who's a pirate. I need a man with a tattoo on his dick.
Yeah, he was married to an ex-porn star too, right?
I don't know. Was he? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was also married. He was married to like an ex-counselor or Senate person, wasn't that? Or is that somebody else?
No, Vince McMahon's wife, him and his wife been together for so doggone long, and she ran for Congress twice for the state of Connecticut. Actually, Linda McMahon. So, and it wasn't Vince. From what I understand, it wasn't Vince. It was one of his, I guess you'd call him a head of talent relations.
Yeah, Vince's girls keep quiet. They know to shut.
They know to shut. Yeah.
They know to shut the fuck up.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's good. All right. No, it's good. I didn't know all this, so this is good to know. Wow, my levels are really high compared to you guys. Let me turn everybody up. All right, so here we go. So the second one was, let me pull this up. The second one was in 2018, where he tried.
Funny Gent, you might want to mute that.
Is it Funny Gent making too much noise? There you go.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, it was running over you. Go
Thank you. All right. So the second woman was in 2018, where he tried coercing her into oral sex. When she refused, he demoted her in a wrestling status and then let her contract expire. So she and her legal team came after him, and she awarded him, she paid her $7.5 in hush-hush money. $1 million. Yep.
7.5. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
And this...
That would have been cheaper just for a prostitute? Jeez, this is expensive.
I know,
yeah,
right?
No shit. But it's a power thing, I think. I think they just want to treat women like pieces of shit. It's a power thing.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
And they want to feel that you have no control over a prostitute because you're just taking your money.
Shit, $7 million, I'd be a prostitute.
Oh, God.
Well, like, them treating women like that's kind of been normal, especially in the WWE. I mean, if you just look at the diva division itself, it's always been like that.
You can slut me out, I'll hush.
What did you say?
$7 million. I'm gonna shut up. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. After taxes, that would be 6.4. You can handle life that way. Oh, wow. So Mr. Lampy is not coming on. The bald bookkeeper. He's live in a concert downtown. That's pretty cool. I wonder what he's seeing.
Is he at that P-Funk concert that's going on downtown?
I don't know.
Oh, I see Matt at like Billy Joel or something.
I see him at a. I
think it's P-Funk sings with Billy Joel. Mac.
Oh, it's really Billy Joel. I had no idea he was even in town.
Yeah. Here we go. B-Dism, take a look at this.
You got more Coca-Cola, or is that the one you've had for 2 years? That
it dropped today. It was full of stuff. Yeah, no, it was full of stuff. It was a Christmas gift from you, and it fell over today. That? No, it fell over and just exploded. Like I thought it broke.
I knew that fell over. I knew it.
You probably knocked it over, Joe, and didn't say anything.
It's like the bottle cap launched.
You can't take me anywhere.
So you're telling me I need to get you another bottle of cock?
I need some more cock, please. Strong cola taste of the cock. So. All right,
fellas.
So, woman number 3, they don't have a date available when this happened, but he allegedly paid her $1 million in exchange for silence. She was actually a former manager who claimed that he initialized and had a sexual relationship with him. There you go. And the 4th woman is the one that we know about now in June. So this all happened. What? Okay.
She only got $1 million.
Yeah. So she kind of. All right.
I can see why she mad. Go ahead.
Oh hell yeah! All right.
He did a cartwheel to the bank.
No, cartwheel to the. Well, after taxes and everything, paying the legal fees, that's not much. That's like maybe what, 600,000. If that.
Hold up. Who paid this? This?
Vince McMahon had to pay all this money to all these girls.
Oh, he had to pay. Oh, okay.
Over the years. Yeah. So all around, it was $12 million he paid off. Now, here's the 4th one. The 4th and final one, as far as we know. So it was a paralegal girl, and this was in June. And he paid her $3 million for an alleged affair as well. Now, I left those two. I'm kind of talking about those two mostly because, okay, it seems pretty. Well, actually, here's my question to all this. I'm glad there's a girl on here because here's my question. I wonder, remember Mr. Joe brought up the whole other point about, what about the other side of things, the girls who do this and blah, blah, blah. But really, how long were these affairs going on? How long was the harassment going on? How long did they flirt or do something to imply that he can get into that stuff with them? Because that's my thing. Because here it is. Who initiated it? Because if it was just him doing all of it, then he's a fucking predator. Okay? But if the women initiated just a little bit of like friendly flirting or anything like that, do they become a bit responsible for this or not?
Man, I don't know. I think that these people. No, hello?
Look, it's a funny gent. You gotta yell it out, man.
These guys are just getting away with it. And. It's just they get caught up. You get caught up with these women, or these women actually really don't want it. Who knows, man? These guys are on steroids and shit. Who knows if they're really aggressive? I don't know. They are wrestlers.
Yeah, because and not only that, he's Vince McMahon. His position, his money, all that plays a factor in the fact that he should know better. In my opinion, we've all been supervisors and management at one point, and you do have the occasional woman flirter or male.
Well, here, whatever. Check this out. So, what's his name from Fox News? Bill.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly. They had it negotiated in his contract.
Matt Lauer.
They had it negotiated. The lawsuits they were going to face. With having Bill O'Reilly on, it was negotiated in his contract. What do you think they paid that? They paid that one woman $30 million, and no one knows why. I bet
Joe, where's Joe? Joe's opinionated on this shit.
Well, no. I'm with him on that. That they knew, I guess, from hard copy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then he go from hard copy to Fox News.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So he probably had lawsuits to hard copy. That is, you know.
Yeah, they
wow.
paid that
So they're all already
finally
used to
Fox
this.
was like, no, this is the beginning of woke
I think
movement.
Matt Lauer's contract was to build the rape room. That was part of his contract.
No.
To build a rape room?
You
That
fucking...
was a joke. No, you didn't know about him locking the door.
No, I know about that, but you're saying that was...
underneath his desk. They
Yeah.
had a button underneath his desk that would lock the door.
But you're telling me that
So
they
I
had
guess
that they had that in the contract?
I guess. I don't know.
That would be fucked up. I want to do this to my
ridiculous
room. It's part of my contract. Don't worry about it.
Don't ask about the button. Man, that's weird.
Oh, you know,
so fucking weird.
It is. It's bizarre. It is bizarre because you don't like. That's not normal stuff that goes on. You know.
No,
I'll never understand the whole rape. I can't even say. It's
I
because I get laid.
I understand if you work with somebody for a long time and develop,
and you want to fuck them, and they won't let you, then you fucking do it.
Yeah.
What?
This other weird shit that goes on. I'm with you. It's bizarre.
Yeah. It takes a degree of crappy. Yeah.
You're weird for a rapist. Do you know what I mean?
What was it?
You're weird for a rapist.
If anybody has,
well, no. What about the people who hired him? Like, oh yeah, he's got this little rape thing going.
Yeah.
Let's hire him anyway. Who does that?
Like Harvey Weinstein,
like
there was always that joke about Harvey Weinstein where they all knew he was a perv, but it was a joke. Yeah.
Well, you know, Brad Pitt threatened to fucking kill him. That's why they just never worked together again.
Good.
Yeah, Brad Pitt, when he was harassing Gwyneth Paltrow, he went up to Harvey Weinstein. This was before Brad Pitt was like Brad fucking Pitt, like A-game.
A-game.
He went up. Yeah, he went up to Harvey Weinstein. He said, "If you ever touch her again, he pulled him to the side. He didn't yell this across the room. He pulled him to the side and said, "If you touch her again, I'll fucking kill you."
Wow.
And they never worked together again. But Gwyneth Paltrow said that was the only person that ever stood up for her. So
cheeky.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow is also part of that underground sex club that Bill Maher is part of. That's
what?
Like 1 million.
The plot keeps thickening.
It's part of this weird sex club.
Dude, we're gonna get flagged. We're gonna get flagged.
I know, right? It's gonna be great.
Paul's gonna get a knock on the door with a bunch of suits. He's like, wait a minute.
Excuse me, Mr.
Joe
Urban.
Jumped ship. Joe jumped ship. All right.
He'd already left. That's funny.
He said, wait, hold on. Bill Maher and who? Gwyneth Paltrow? A sex cult?
Wow.
Why does it gotta be a cult?
Bill Maher, yeah, Google it. Yeah, they belong to this very very elite club that cost $1 million a year to be a part of.
Fuck yeah, I would do it. If I had $1 million
I was redoing
and was single.
This was in, I think, one of the major papers. I was like, you know how Google feeds are, where it has like ABC News and New York Times, all this. It was in one of those little articles, and I'm like, what the I mean, I'm reading along because I'm curious, of course.
Was it the Daily Mirror?
No, not the Daily Mirror.
Okay. They got
it was a reputable paper.
They have good Bigfoot stories.
I follow Bill Maher. I don't really follow Gwyneth Paltrow, but I follow Bill. So anything that comes up with his name, it'll feed it in my newsfeed for the aggregate. Does that make sense?
Wow.
Yeah. But Bill
I just can't. Gwyneth Paltrow.
It
sucks because she's not that attractive, and then you're just like drilling.
Thank you. Not to me either. To me either.
Did you guys hear that?
So what?
Drilling steel.
Oh no.
Rated R.
Who is that? Elitism?
That was Jody.
Oh.
You ain't no champ. Not till you go through me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Maxie Patty, which is short for Maxine Patricia. I was named after my father, Maxwell Patrick. But that's enough about me. I'm here to kick your ass.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like
that was interesting.
A lot of people died. That sucks. A lot of actors that we knew and loved are all dying. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm changing.
Oh, okay. I was like that. Okay.
All right. So inside the hashtag general going over there, Start posting some pictures of people. See if you knew him. The man from...
Oh, that dude's from The Shining.
Yes.
He's the bartender from The Shining.
Yep, his name is George.
Guy.
His name is Joe Turkel. He died at 94. Yep. He played Lloyd.
Turtle?
Turkel. Like Turk
Turco.
and then E-L. Turkel. Yeah.
I'm still laughing at Joe's intro.
Yeah. That's going to be good. That's great.
Every time. His timing is perfect. If this has happened like 4 shows in a row, it's perfect. Anyway,
it's like that thing from Batman where he goes,
Your entrance was good, his was better. The difference? Showmanship.
All right, is that Matt LeBlanc?
Yeah, remember that episode of The Friends where he was teaching him how to dance? That man, he also passed away. His name is Mike Haggerty, and he had a tragic death. I didn't know this. He was only 67 years old, and he fell in a coma and died after a lethal reaction to an antibiotic.
Oh man,
that's gotta suck, dude. Yeah, so he developed an infection in one of his legs that apparently caused him to suffer a seizure. So then they decided to give him antibiotics and try to get it out, and then that's what put him in a coma, and he never recovered from it. That sucks.
Yeah, I know him from. He was the best friend of Kurt Russell in the movie Overboard.
Oh wow, with Goldie Hawn. Yeah,
yes, I actually own that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kurt Russell's best friend.
What is this? I'm getting a phone call from... Hold on.
Who is it?
It's Ed Rooney, Ferris. I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't come to the door right now. I'm afraid that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences.
Save it, Ferris. Come down here.
You can reach my parents at their places of business. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Joe, can you tell him don't call the show, just get on?
We're not taking live phone calls right now.
Yeah.
Was it loud or is it just okay? I'm trying to use Discord, is what he's saying. That was the voice of Paul McCartney, by the way. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna walk him through it.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. Thank you. All right. So next one is I like that. Damn, SMH. All right, you guys remember this guy, right? The Sopranos guy.
It's Paulie Walnuts.
Yep. His real name is Tony Sirico.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, he died at 79. Now, they didn't really, just like James Caan, who died the other day. James Caan was 82, I think, or something. Mm-hmm. But just like him, both of them don't have the cause of death yet. But he played, and we all know him as Paulie Walnuts, Sopranos, and Brought the Tough Guy, blah, blah, blah. Well, he died Friday morning in an assisted living home. I didn't know that, in Fort Lauderdale.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he was that bad.
He was on
sweet tan.
I know, right, dude?
I'm tan like that now.
You are? Let's see. Put you up.
I call myself Tan Dad. Where's my camera?
Let's see. Let me get you on.
Oh.
He's a cold-hearted neighbor.
Where the fuck is my video?
Where are you at?
I don't know if you can see or not.
Oh, look at that tan. Yeah, look at that beard, dude. Let me see a picture. Let me screenshot this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Gray. Dude, you look so weird now. You look like a doctor.
Oh, he's going to Photoshop a bottle of that cock.
The
bottle of cock.
Yeah, no shit.
Now, there's no cause of death for Tony Sirico, Paulie Walnuts, but he was diagnosed with dementia several years prior, so that could have been complications from that. He was on TikTok recently talking about you guys remember that one episode on The Sopranos where they get lost out in the snow trying to kill the Russian?
Yep.
And he talked about how in real life he could have got them all out. Like because he was in the army and everything, and he really was in the army and everything. So he was like, oh, I would have got him out like nothing, you know? And he goes, it sucked because like we would do a scene and then run into a truck real quick to warm up and then come back out again and do that. I was like, that was pretty cool seeing the hearing him talking about behind the scenes stuff. But another fun tidbit from Captain Joe is this right here. And I don't know if you guys all know about this. I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this too, but let me put this in the hashtag general. And B-Dism, you still around? Funny Gent, come on now. We need some participation. Sounds great, sir. Does it taste good too? I like it. So, you see how Paulie Walnuts has his hands in front of him? He's all like that. He's always been like that. If you look at all the stuff he's been in, he always does that because he was also in prison. And he would talk about how you always had to stand like this because you always had to be ready for a fight. And,
hands out.
So,
or somebody's going to try to take your food.
I guess so,
man. You better cover your tray. They're going to take your shit.
How do we miss out on this? What? Fucking espresso, cappuccino. We invented this shit. And all these other cocksuckers are getting richer. And it's not just the money. It's a pride thing. All our food. Pizza, calzone, buffalo mozzarella, olive oil. These fucks had nothing. They ate pootsie before we gave them the gift of our cuisine.
So this one I want everybody's opinion on. So we're talking about all these deaths and everything, which is pretty tragic and everything. But how about this? Amazon's Alexa will soon be able to read you a deceased loved one, like the voice of a deceased loved one.
Oh, that sounds. I thought they could do that already.
Now,
you just get like the fingerprint, like someone's voice print.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could do that already. I thought.
Hey Joe, what do you think about that? Having Pops as our Alexa.
Too weird for me.
Yeah. Now, previously, Amazon offered options to hear celebrities' voice, like Samuel Jackson, Melissa McCarthy, Shaq, all that. But now, if you have like a voice message or some kind of recording, like you said, Aaron, like a fingerprint, you too can listen to a deceased loved one talk to you in the voice. Yeah, that
Unless
is
you
kind of
hate
weird.
your mother. If you hate your mother.
Here's my $1 million question. What if my deceased family member was never on the internet?
What do you mean?
Well, how would they make their voice?
Oh, I just said, sorry, you were still helping Scott out. If you have like a voice message or something, you just play that for Alexa, and then it'll record it, and then it'll process it. Yeah, you have to have at least a minute worth of recording to do it in.
Yeah, they give you like a script to read at a microphone.
Well, how do you do that with a deceased loved one? You don't, you know?
Oh, look at the Discord real quick. Scott's in, but he doesn't know how to.
He was in there. Okay, he's in there. Oh, he's server muted. Yeah. Here we go. All right, Scott Hall, you there?
Hello, this is Scott Hall, and you're listening to the Miscellaneous Podcast.
Hello,
I'm here.
You're here. All right, cool.
All right, Scott.
Now we got both brothers.
All right.
Two brothers and a podcaster. Everyone, the voice you're hearing is Paul McCartney, which is also my oldest brother.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's all right. You know, I mean, I could listen to you guys all night.
You fucking ruined 2 weeks of my life.
Sorry, man.
No. It was I was gonna murder your brother. And
great.
Yeah, you were that convincing.
Like McCartney would, drop everything.
I thought so. I think that this is how delusional I am. You understand?
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm not a normal person.
I know, but the one was worse was Frasley. Like, remember, he was going to get on his show and be like, I just talked to Paul McCartney.
Frasley was coming. I saw Frasley's video. He was coming.
Wow. So that's good times.
Yeah, I saw the video of his face when I started, and I lost it. I was like, I'm trying to hold the character.
Poor kid.
But he was just beside himself.
We're all very gullible fools.
Okay? What was it? Norco Killer was like looking up all the facts that Scott was
looking
using.
up his schedule.
Yeah.
He was looking up where he was touring. Like,
It was awesome.
Right now he's in Jamaica. He was looking at Twitter and Instagram and all that shit.
Yeah, dude, he was trying because we did such a good job at like making sure it wasn't. And it was funny because when I did the little,
Carter's got a picture of him in Alaska.
Well, no, and then I started running through my head going, who of Paulie's friends does shit like this? I would have heard about this. I would have heard about it. I never thought it would be your brother, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all my brothers are talented, man. They're gonna
Paul will tell you that I do a lot of different voices and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something that I do when I've got nothing else better to do. You know.
Is that Christopher Walken?
Yeah.
Like,
you killed Natalie Wood, fuckface. I know you were in on it.
Yeah. You ever notice though, Christopher Walken's none of his thoughts are connected in any way. I mean, during an interview, I mean, he now, you know, hey, so Mr. Walken, when's your next movie? Marsupials scare me.
I like when they asked him.
They run real fast, and it's unnerving. But you be that lion.
Yeah, you.
Two mice.
Two mice. Where you going? You're going to someplace exotic. Oh my God. I loved it when they were questioning him about the Natalie Wood situation, and they're like, why didn't you jump in? He's like, because I was dog paddle.
Yeah, he's like, I don't swim, you know? I don't swim. I dance.
Yeah. He does like a little, oh my God, you're right. Every movie he dances.
Yeah.
Check me out in the Fat Boy Slim video.
Yeah. I can fly. I can't swim, but I can fly.
I was dancing looking for Natalie.
No.
Oh God. What did I miss from, when I was trying to reconnect to Discord, because I'm one of those old guys that doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, not much. We're just talking about current event stuff. Like, okay, just FYI, for everyone listening, listen to the Halloween Slasher Story 3. Scott and Joe and my dad were all the radio people in that entire chapter I meant. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm still telling you, dude. Multiverse or whatever you did. Best so far.
Oh, well, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Best so far.
Talented artist in his own way.
Paul, he's got his moments.
I'm still upset I didn't get to do my Bill Cosby.
Oh, wait, hold on. What? We got to do a Bill. Wait, hold on.
You do Bill Cosby?
Do it.
So you see, what you're thinking is when you when you want to and do some more Here's a pudding pop. Here, have a seat.
Oh shit! I knew he was gonna do a pudding pop. Well,
somehow the pudding pop made its way into them.
Can we still watch stuff
and
like
whatever you do? Don't drink the orange juice.
Then what is he? He always does like whenever he eats the pudding pop, he's like, like. Oh my God!
Still make pudding
I was referring to when I was doing my first initial lines for the Halloween Slasher Story, and Ollie says, "You doing Bill Cosby?
You did.
I'll eat those. Yes. What are you doing?
You did, yeah.
Anyway,
I forgot about that. Is that in the outtakes at all, or?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Paulie, you cut it. What's wrong with you?
What'd I do?
Oh, nothing.
I cut it. His Cosby. Oh, cut out his Cosby. Damn it! Well, we'll redo it. We'll do it because there's a lot of scenes with you and Aaron in the new one. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There's a time and a place for your Cosby. Next episode.
All right.
You done messed up, Ron.
Blue Angels caused thousands of dollars in damage to a California naval base.
So they crashed?
This was at the El Centero Naval Air Facility, and this happened...
$30 at Hoover. I mean, I was missing parts and...
What?
What? What the fuck was that?
Whatever, Joe.
Oh, that's Joe?
I forgot to mute the mic. Sorry, guys.
All right. So the Blue Angels conducted a sneak preview a sneak peek in their past practice run, January 21st, 2021. So it's a couple of years ago. And this was over a particular set of buildings and personnel on the base. So one of the pilots veered slightly off their intended course, resulting in the pilot being just about 100 feet from buildings. Witnesses stated they resulted with a flyby, ripping out tiles, roofing in the nearby buildings. There was a strong enough that it dislodged walls that were supposed to be, air quote, quake-proof. People suffered ringing of ears, headaches, vomiting, and one person had a bloody nose from it.
Yeah, someone just got jacking off the Top Gun and took a little too far. Jesus.
Coming through the buzz the tower. Negative Ghost Rider.
I know, right? Yeah. What was it? The Angels.
I want some butts.
The Angels switched from a FA-18 Hornet to a FA-18 Super Hornet that are relatively bigger and have more weight to them. And so the sonic airflow is worse than what it does. So the shock wave reached the ground and damaged all the buildings and people. Now, they also said there was pilot error because, he veered off. But here's the thing. Here's how bad he veered off. So they had to be 500 feet to the crowd line. He was 100. And he was going over 760 some odd miles an hour faster than what they're supposed to go. And he was... At one point, he dropped down to 82 feet into the crowd line. So that's like just looking straight up and just seeing metal go right by you.
I don't think that guy's in the air anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, close to $1 million worth of damage.
Well, that's really cool for you, pal.
But it's weird because the pilot didn't notice what he was doing. Like, he didn't notice the damage he was doing. And I was like, well, why would you? It's all behind you. Oh, well.
Yeah. You're going faster than the...
300 miles away at that point.
Cancer-killing eggs.
Cancer-killing eggs?
Yeah. Now, a lot of people have said that eggs cause cancer because they have a lot of carcinogenics in them and stuff. So a lot of people on Atkins, keto, stuff like that, eat tons of eggs, whatever. But, yeah. So, but here's the opposite. They have cancer-killing eggs now.
Oh, my gosh. How does that happen?
You shouldn't eat eggs that came from, Coldwater Creek area in North County.
I know, right?
Why would eggs be in Coldwater Creek, Scott?
You remember those old Bush commercials?
Farm across from the creek itself,
You remember those old Bush commercials where they pull the beer straight out of the river? It's the same kind of process, but with the Coldwater Creek.
Well, we wanted to clean our hands.
I think there's a serial killer.
Hold on. What? Stop. What?
I think this is me personally. I think there's a serial killer in St. Louis. And you said Coldwater Creek because they have found 2 bodies in the last year. Two bodies in the probably in the last year and a half. And they were found like a couple of months from each other in Coldwater Creek.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
No bueno, man. No bueno.
Well, if you want to dispose of a body real fast, have it just completely turn to, all the radiation.
Yeah, just do it there. Toxic Avenger.
I believe it was right by 367 because when I go to Alton, I drive right by it. And it's it's like right off the highway.
You mean by like the Jamestown,
out towards
Mall?
Jamestown, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, you remember, you guys remember, I talked to Joe about this too, Scott. You remember when we were kids, we rode our bikes all the way out to those like really squared water reservoir dump off areas in North County area? They found bodies in those before, and I just had like really weird memories because we were watching it on TV, and I think I was at work when we saw it, and I saw the thing. I was like, oh my God, we rode in those things when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
Place is fucking dangerous.
During Malincrot's Manhattan Project days when they buried all that, there was nobody living in North County. We were playing in, water that had radioactive properties in it, and it was on the other side of the subdivision, going under 367, where you were talking about.
Right.
And it, during the flood of 93, I actually took a canoe and went all the way down to the river, not even thinking about that. I'm just kind of like, well, I guess luck or, whatever kept me from dying of some kind of weird autoimmune disease or cancer because...
Well, did you notice the paddle, smoking when you were like...
God, yeah, that melted paddle. Why is my paddle limp and my toe is growing an eyeball?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What happened here?
Now, Joe, remember Joe fell in there. Like we were. There's a big where you come over, Aaron, that 367. On the other side of that was our old subdivision, and there's a huge, big old sewer thing, and you could walk into. We used to play skateboarding and stuff in there, but. As you get through
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, dude. And as it gets bigger, as you go in there, the water gets more deeper and then it goes back to small again. And we got to the other side and we're walking to see how far we can get. And all of a sudden Joe just drops and he hit some sinkhole or something. It was crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's, what do they call that? Shale rock or something like that. And it only goes out so far. And then all of a sudden, it just drops off. And, I almost lost my bike in that a couple of times.
It's weird because you say that.
Now, what were you saying, Aaron?
Well, Paul, remember I told you when you go to Alton, you can feel the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so haunted. My girlfriend's house is haunted, and we went over to the Stratford,
really,
Mineral Springs Hotel. You just feel it walking around. I told you it's the only way I could describe it to people is you're driving on a road that's got a lot of vibration that you hear in the car. And then you change pavement. That's the only way I can describe it. Is you feel normal, and then all of a sudden you're driving on this road. That's just how you feel inside.
We had that in our woods, actually just behind our fence line. You'd get that feeling all the time in the woods area, didn't you guys too, or is it just me? Especially at night when it first hit nightfall and that woods behind us, that was creepy.
That's a whole creepy area back there.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend died back there.
It was all farmland before, and there's no telling what was in there prior to anything. Come on. It's Indian burial ground. It could have been anything.
Didn't we? Okay, now is it true since we have now Scott has to be our historian now because Pops is gone. But did they find a gravesite at the end of our property line, or was that just false?
No, there was no grave line at our property lines over there.
Okay, then what did that story come from?
It's all tied to Fort Bellefontaine, which isn't too far from there.
No shit, that was where that area was at? I didn't know that. Huh.
The Stillwater Creek runs right by Fort Bellefontaine over there in North Carolina. If you're going to walk it, it's a good 35-40 minute walk from where we used to live.
Mm-hmm. Is Kira still on? No, Kira left us. Okay, continue, Scott. I was going to say something else about Alton, but...
That's, I think that was all part of Civil War and everything else.
Oh shit!
As far as
remember that?
No, there was no.
Remember the bell that we found in the woods? Was that a bell that we found? Remember that big ass thing that had a crack on it? Well, that was a bell, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Paul, no, you didn't find the Liberty Bell, Paul.
No, not that.
No, it wasn't the Liberty Bell. There were so many things out in our woods, and
yeah, it's creepy.
We found insulators out there from power lines and all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And bug balls. A lot of bug balls.
Is the bug bomb in the basement?
Bug balls.
Bug bomb. Bug bomb.
Yeah, what are they called again, Joe? Joe.
Uh-oh.
Joe, are you still there?
He'll butt in a minute.
I'm here, guys. What's up? They're big yellow, greenish balls that have white gooey shit
crab
in them.
apples?
No. What the fuck were they called? Beatism. You know what we're talking about at all?
I know what you're talking about. Get the name of
them. Were they a fruit?
I don't know. Joe said they can make stuff out of them.
Yeah, but it's very very poisonous from what I've heard.
And probably didn't taste good either.
While I'm thinking of it, let me look at it. Let me see if I can look it up while I'm talking to you guys.
It's not persimmon.
Put it. Take a picture and put it into the hashtag general.
Yeah, don't eat those when those aren't ripe. It'll suck all the liquid out of your mouth. You'll be like that for an hour.
Ugh. No, these things are about the size of a softball, if not bigger. And they're all greenish yellow or greenish light green. And
yeah, that sounds like a crab apple.
Yeah, and then like you'd hit them with your bikes because they're all going down farmer trails and then grass.
It's like a ball of warts.
Yes,
that's a crab. That's a crab apple.
What's it called?
They were called the Osage Orange.
Yeah. I think Joe was saying it.
Osage Orange. They were big green.
We used to hit them with our bikes and knock
trees have histories that are more interesting than the Osage Orange. These trees are probably most noticeable at this time of year, well, around springtime. Let's see. Due to the large, bright green fruit called hedge apples or Osage oranges. They appear on the trees in late summer and early fall. We used things all over the place. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. We used to try throwing them at each other. It hurt.
Roll them down the street. Piss the neighbors off, you know.
Yeah, I think our place of business that we used to be in, I believe there was an executive that hit an IT employee in the dick with a crab apple.
What?
Wait,
which one?
A charity event. Hit an employee with a crab apple.
Shit. It wasn't Gabe, was it? Oh, I hope it was Gabe. Gabe's awesome.
No, I don't think it was Gabe. I have his face in my head, but I haven't been
is he still there? Or is he gone?
I don't know. I don't work there anymore.
No, well, yeah, neither do I. Never mind.
I was wondering if they had to pay out a small sum of money because he was hurt pretty bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, you lunged it.
Oh, crab apple.
Yeah, that's a weekend record right there.
Yeah, you can blow on someone's balls and it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to have to send you to the hospital because, you can't walk a straight line anymore.
That crab apple just eviscerated your balls. You can't.
But after you get out of the hospital, we're going to have you Saturday.
What kind of physical therapy does somebody do with stuff like that?
Jacking off probably is not on the agenda.
Man, no.
Don't be scared, she said, hey, get ready for belly.
Hello, I'm the Bald Bookkeeper, and I have one simple question for you today. Are you afraid and avoiding your money problems? If so, then we definitely need to have a conversation. And that's all it is, a conversation. I offer a free consultation to all my customers and hopefully future clients. I can be reached at 314-265-6317 or info@baldbookkeeper.com.
When I call you up, you're lying.
All right, cancer-killing eggs. Scientists have been working on different ideas to help prevent or cure cancer. And around 2015, they started looking at eggs and found out that a number of egg proteins and peptides have been reported to protect against DNA damage. And they also decrease invasive and invading cancer cells and inhibits counters with different activities in the cancers for different kind of cell lines for the cancer.
Paul, have you been taking a reading class?
No, I've been standing up lately. It's all the stand up.
He's not mispronouncing words anymore.
I know. I've been educated.
I'm very impressed.
I'm going to say that now, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, "Daddy," for the next one, you know? So.
Right.
All right, real quick, though. So, what?
He said dick.
Oh, what? What was it? Kira, yeah, I was hoping she was still on, but she'd buggered off. But there was an issue where she had issues in Alden. We went by her old house in Alden, and she got sick as a dog and threw up outside the door and everything. And well, that's what happens when you give her the date rape drug. But you know, that's beside the point. But
side effects are undesirable. From what I hear, GHB, street GHB for Polly. Go ahead.
I'm kidding. That didn't happen. But she did get sick. Yeah, that's why I was hoping she'd on, because she'd be like, "What the fuck?" But all right, roller coasters can help you pass kidney stones faster.
That centrifugal force?
Centrifugal force? Yeah, maybe.
Centrifugal force.
So, did you hear, Scott, did you hear about this too? The Screaming Eagle is no longer at St. Louis Six Flags anymore. Oh, they got rid of it.
What happened?
What?
Yeah, it's all gone now. It's all gated off. They're dismantling it. Yeah.
No.
Well, that ride has been around since what?
Fucking 60s?
70s.
It's been breaking down though a lot though.
Mm-hmm. There's so much rotted wood everywhere. That's why I like.
That was the first wooden roller coaster that they ever had there when Chena Rocks Park closed.
Wow. What was
That's what put Chena Rocks Park out of
Chain Rocks. What are you talking about? Chain Rocks Park. There was another park there.
Sky Reaper, can you mute yourself, please?
He's in his car. Yeah, Sky Reaper.
I can't hear what's going on.
Yeah. Welcome, Sky Reaper.
Yeah, no. Say I.
Say
okay,
I.
Can you mute yourself, or you have a lot of background noise? Real quick, or leave.
Just leave.
Or leave.
I thought it was me for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, it wasn't.
I think he's driving because he does deliver. He does DoorDash and all that stuff like Joe does.
You need to learn like Joe here and mute your shit.
Yeah, Joe don't. Yeah, you don't have problems like that from Joe.
No, he knows what's up now.
That's right.
Are you talking about Joe, the cocktail Joe there?
Cocktail Joe. Yeah.
Cocktail Joe.
That's me. They're talking about me. I mute a lot.
Well,
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of noise in the back. See, everybody in the house is asleep except me.
Yeah.
Because I can't sleep right now, so that's why I'm
so
here.
you're just on your phone, right?
And I promised Paul that I would come on and do the show with you guys tonight because he was getting worried that I hated him or something.
You mad, bro?
No.
Contract. Don't say shit like that because Ron and B Disn't get all pissed off.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, he wanted to make you a meal of cancer eggs.
Yeah. What was that? No, B Dism got 2 screens and Aaron's all like, Paul, where's that money coming from?
No, B Dism got 3 fucking screens.
You got 3 screens? Holy
Get it
shit.
right, fucker.
3 screens.
I got 3 screens, sir.
And
man, you never go full 3 screens, free. Man.
No, I don't have Paramount Plus free.
Oh, well, I do now. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paramount Plus.
I still watch my Star Trek on my
ABC All Access. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. ABC All Access.
Okay. Let's get. I cannot get into it. And I really like when me and B-Dism talked about the last Star Trek stuff, and he goes, dude, picture Star Trek if they had a budget and it was more modern. So I got into Discovery. No. Couldn't get into Discovery. Went straight to when Captain Pike started because this is all pre the Enterprise stuff, really. And I was like, okay, cool. I still can't get into it, man. That sucks.
So I think what was doing it for me was really just trying to look at Rebecca Ramagin.
She is attractive.
You can't have Star Trek without Shatner.
I know, right?
And that's where I kind of draw the line, man. You know, I was like, I watched the whole season of Strange New Worlds. It was visually okay. Little parts of it were more comedy than anything.
Yes.
And it was kind of like, okay, because I'm watching the Orville on Hulu.
Yes.
The new Orville series season, I'm watching it, and they've gotten more and more serious now.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Because it was a great
and I'm looking at Strange New Worlds,
yeah,
and it's Strange New Worlds is getting more comical, you know, with
I think
traditional body swaps and
I think
like that. And then this last episode this last episode.
Don't tell me.
The final episode of the season.
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to say that if you decide to watch it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I do
Picard
like
going on like season 3 or something.
Yeah,
now?
they already signed up for a
Picard
third
Picard
season.
was great.
This this has Q in it, so I was really cool to see it. Yeah,
Picard was fantastic. But I mean, but Paulie, if I want you to just text me when you finished
Strange New Worlds.
When you finish watching the first season of Strange New Worlds,
Yeah.
and you're probably gonna text me WTF.
Well, I was okay. I got through the episode of where the girl Pike and Spock were on the center on the planet, and they find out that the girl is a machine, species. That's the last one I saw. Yeah, pretty much. So I still gotta watch the rest of it, but I wanted it to build up so I can watch the rest of it. But yeah, but I think Ensign Monk does a great job as Captain Pike. So
yeah, he does. Ensign Monk does. He does great,
and he was great in Hell on Wheels.
I feel like his as each episode goes on, I feel like his hair gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, dude.
Is this beatism?
Yeah, this is beatism. Yeah.
Okay, beatism. What is the name of that animated one that's on Nickelodeon now? It's supposed to.
Is
be
it on
like
Nickelodeon? But I know it's on Paramount. Yeah.
That's the Star Trek.
The Academy, right? Star Trek Academy.
No, it's what it is. It's like supposed to be somewhere in the Delta Quadrant that was unexplored.
Okay,
and there was a ship. It's a Protostar is the name of the ship. Oh man, I can't remember the name.
It's Star Trek's version of the Clone Wars.
Pretty much,
yeah,
but
I like
it's supposed to be the ship named the Protostar that has a holographic Janeway.
Yeah, I thought that's the Academy
how to run
thing.
the ship.
Yeah, but that's also on Paramount Plus too. Yeah.
It was actually pretty. It was actually honestly, it was better than Strange New Worlds.
Really? Okay. I'm just not big in the cartoons.
From what I've seen of the previews, it looks like it's kind of neat,
Yeah.
I never did, but I never got. Going back to Star Wars, when Joe mentioned Clone Wars, when I saw the Clone Wars movie that first came out, and I'm thinking, oh, this ought to be interesting, an animated Star Wars movie. Okay, I'm willing to give anything a try.
Oh, you mean the series?
The first started with a movie at the drive-in. We were at the drive-in at Bellevue.
The two Star Trek cartoons that are out right now. And I've seen both series. One with Janeway is Prodigy.
Oh, okay.
And the other one is Lower Decks. That one
Lower
is
Decks.
hilarious.
That's okay.
Lower Decks is kind of like.
He said Dicks.
I know, right?
Lower Decks is kind of like a mixture between Star Trek and a little bit of Rick and Morty silliness.
Okay.
Which
but you were saying
it's well worth the watch.
There was a Clone War movie that was out in the theaters that was anime, like the CGI animation?
The animated CGI Clone Wars, and then the series started.
I did not know that.
At first, I kept up on it because I was like, okay, this is kind of a neat storyline, but then I kind of lost interest in it, but then I realized, holy crap, this Clone Wars has been on forever.
Yeah.
So I'm far behind.
It wasn't until I watched Kenobi where I actually was watching YouTube videos to catch up on, like, about Lord Vader's suit and all that good stuff, and Grievous and all that stuff. And the Clone Wars series talks all about that in detail. They haven't told me episodes, but I like the YouTube just real quick catching up to it. But that Kenobi was good too.
Still there?
Okay.
Are you still upset with me that I did the McCartney thing?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I just kind of I was like, okay, you had me for a good 20 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, this guy's a tribute artist.
Fucking
I'm not gonna say impersonator. I'm gonna call you a tribute artist. and being a voiceover guy myself, I'm like, yeah, that's a really good McCartney.
Oh yeah, fun fact, Scott. Do you remember the cartoons? The Star was it the Transformers here in Channel 11 area? That stuff. We have the voice of Optimus Prime.
Ooh, who is it?
Autobots transform and roll out.
Oh, nice. Now that I dig.
Yeah,
I totally dig that.
It's kind of like
one shall stand, one shall fall.
Transform.
I used to know that as a kid.
Just remember, the GoBots cartoon was better than the Transformers, but the Transformers toys were better.
Oh my gosh!
So the GoBots toys were like really plastic. They all had this little motor in it that you could interchange between the different GoBots.
I remember those, when they had the motors in them. The ones we had were the cheap ones.
Oh yeah, you knew GoBots were way cheaper than Transformers. We got them every Christmas.
And I tell you, my first Transformer came from McDonald's and it turned into a hamburger.
Oh wow!
Because they were so expensive.
Yeah, we would go to our friends' houses and we'd always see what was the boombox guy and the tape that had the little star scream that came out.
Yeah.
That one they actually made a real cassette deck.
Yep.
Him. Yeah, it was a cheap deck, but it was actually a knockoff of, I think it was, what was his name? Starscream?
I think so, yeah.
No, it was
Soundwave. Soundwave.
Starscream was like a fighter.
There was an Autobot version. But
yeah,
you took the Autobots. The only thing that the Autobots were behind the ball on, because they had pretty much a clone of every single. They had a clone of every single Autobot and Decepticon. They had kind of the same parts. The only thing that they were really behind on was the Decepticons had My Man Devastator.
Oh yeah.
And the Autobots did not get a giant robot until
not for a while, but it was like the shuttle or something, wasn't it?
No, it was when they went back to Metroplex was the city. But I mean, they didn't have 5 robots that turned into one giant robot until they got the aerial bots.
Oh.
What was the one that turned into a giant gun, a giant laser gun?
Oh, that was Megatron, wasn't it? That was a
Galvatron. Galvatron turned into like a cannon. Megatron turned into like a .38 pistol.
It was all chromed out.
Some of the stuff towards the end of the animated series was kind of like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
What about floating gun?
They got creative.
Yeah. Air quotes.
Very creative, especially when they did the Headmasters.
I don't know that one.
And they took the colonists off of this planet and put them in the heads of Autobots, and the other ones they put inside of the guns of the Autobots so that they could make their accuracy and their reaction times better.
Autobots
was so
transform. All right.
Autobots roll out. I'll let Beatism handle that voice.
I know, right?
Before you nut.
I got the blessing from the man himself to do that voice, so yeah.
Wait, you did? Oh yeah, you told me that story. Yeah, you actually met him. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually met Peter Cullen.
Did you see his did he really have a dyed beard like he does?
He was kind of gray. He was a little gray.
Can we hear this story, please?
So I was doing an audition to you know how they make movies for when they want to put them on regular television. Yeah. So I go and do an audition to do the South Park movie, to redub the South Park movie so that they could put it on like Channel 5 or Channel 11 or something. And I finished.
Wait! Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious.
How do I not know this story? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm intrigued now. Go ahead.
So I'm in this studio and I'm standing there looking at. It was right before the first Transformers movie came out, like 6-7 months before it came out. So I'm standing there looking at this poster, and this guy walks up to me and he's like, "Yeah, so you did an audition?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not doing an audition for this movie. My audition's done. I'm about to take off." He's like, "Oh well, what do you think Optimus Prime here sounds like?" And I'm like, okay, so here in my mind, I'm thinking, oh yeah, back in the game, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna knock this audition out the park. I'm gonna get a part. I'm gonna get some money. Everything's gonna be good. So I do the voice. Autobots transform and roll out. And he says, well, that's pretty good. But that's my line. I'm Peter Cullen. How you doing? Nice to meet you. And I cried.
Aww. Aww.
I literally cried because since 1985, I've been listening to this guy do the voice of one of my favorite cartoons. Yeah. And I was like,
crazy
man,
how that
it's
happened.
Like an honor. It's like an honor to meet you, Because, back then, like Frank Welker and Frank Welker, he did the voice of Megatron, but he was also like the voice of Shaggy. Not Shaggy, but Fred on Scooby-Doo. And,
oh, wow.
Fred and all that stuff. But, yeah. Oh, back then, when the internet didn't exist, you never really knew what those guys looked like, So
yeah.
Shots.
And this was also at a time.
Yeah, headshots.
When I didn't
They'll be
know
all outdated.
What this guy looked like. So,
what?
It was a great moment in my life.
That's really cool, dude.
Oh yeah, I did not know this. That's such a hacky kind of movie move to ask someone to do the impression. And, oh, by the way, that's my line. That's
he just wanted to say it so you can be like, that's my line.
It's like a movie.
But see, here I just came off of another audition for a famous television series where there are teenagers that wear 5 different colors and beat up robots. And I was like really just trying to
the racist one
something. No, is he talking about NSYNC?
I'm talking about Power Rangers.
Dude, I just wanted you to say it. Were they all like, you'll be the Black Ranger? What? You'll be the Asian Ranger is going to be yellow. What? Did you guys see that?
The Black Ranger is black.
No, did you see that adult humor where they talked about how racist that was?
Yeah, the Asian one's yellow.
Yep. The girl's pink.
Yep. The white guy's blue.
Oh my.
Oh yeah,
and there's another girl. I think she wouldn't like. I don't know.
Yeah, she wore the yellow or something, or no, it was an Asian guy. Yeah.
Suddenly the show gets really uncomfortable.
Well, you know what's cool though? Okay, so the actor who played the first black Power Ranger, he went on to a show called The Shield, where he became a drug dealer who started using and getting himself shot. That's kind of fucked up.
Played his future.
That was very racist. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you ever wonder, fun fact about him, he is missing a middle finger.
No shit, really?
He's missing his middle finger on his left hand.
What happened?
I don't know, but he doesn't have a middle finger.
What was that?
Every time I hear Power Rangers, I always think about that murder.
The guy who stabbed those people on the boat. Yeah, that was the.
No, he didn't stab them. He put an anchor around them, and they were drugged to the bottom of the.
But he also stabbed them with one of the knives. Yeah, they had like a sword. He stabbed through them and then threw them down. Yeah, fucked up.
He threw one in and made her watch the other woman drown. And then he threw the other woman in, or threw the other person in. And then just watched it. And they didn't.
Yeah, it was a husband and wife.
Yeah, they didn't drown quickly. It was they were struggling to keep themselves up, and then you get too tired.
That's fucked up, dude. I hate people like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the dog goes without saying.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, this took a turn to the left real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Hey, the weather is supposed to heat up again tomorrow.
Paul, you're driving, dude. You took us down this road.
I know. So. All right, so Michigan State just lasted. The roller coasters with the kidney stones. Let's get back on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Michigan State studies have shown that riding a roller coaster with, having those pesky little kidney stones that aren't going through can help alleviate this 70% success rate. That's pretty high. So they tried it out. Yeah, 70 cents per. What did you say?
Sounds like a roller coaster lobbyist.
I know. Wasn't there a guy in St. No, there was a guy.
Sort of vegetable oil, but
Just drink some vegetable. What was it? That guy.
Kidney stone passing ever.
Man, you probably shit a lot too. No, but what was it? There was a guy in St. Louis that rode the Screaming Eagle or something, like over and over again to win the Guinness Book of World Records.
No shit.
Yeah, that was like several years ago.
What a loser! I think Dave is his name. He's the guy.
Dave's not here.
David Rush. That's his name. David Rush. He's always. I mean, the guy spends most of his time in life breaking previous world records. I mean, the guy's every time I come around, you're hearing about David Rush broke this record.
That's a made-up name. He sounds like a magician.
That's a porn star name.
He's real. Look him up. I'm serious. I'm not lying. But I think to myself, his wife and kids have really got to be tired of his ass at this point. It's like
that name, it comes up.
When are you gonna get a real job?
I don't know. I'd be like, bitch, you enjoy this house? You let me keep breaking these records. Do you like this life? You sit down.
Rated R.
Remember Sandy Brooks? Yeah. Her and Garth aren't together, but she was the one who wanted him to stop in the middle of his prime. I mean, come on. Hello.
Garth Brooks, really?
Garth is in the middle of his prime. Why bother the guy? Let him break record.
They broke down what he made because he was in Nashville or somewhere in Alabama this last time.
Talladega.
I don't know where was it.
Alabama?
No, someplace in Alabama.
Carolinas.
What was it? Montgomery or whatever. I don't remember. But they said that he himself made about $6 million from doing it. Yeah, you don't stop mid. No.
No, I don't know. But you need to be home to spend more time with me. Okay,
shit, that's as much as that chick got for getting sexually harassed by Vince McMahon.
I know. Damn.
Fucking, that's a lot of money.
Under road, head lightning strikes. Yeah.
I think you need to turn your gain up a little bit. You're kind of quiet.
I know. I walk away from the microphone because I'm using a dynamic versus a condenser. So when I do the dynamic, I sound far away.
He's got to have it in his ass.
Pretty much, yeah. I might go back to the condenser. I don't know.
I just like a puppet.
Yeah. That's some other one.
Okay, what was the...
Oh, no, you got to come on the podcast. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
You're
not old, man. You're not old.
And I'm sitting here going down different trails other than what Paul originally started with.
No,
he doesn't know Paul. This is how this show works.
This is the miscellaneous podcast, bro.
That's the whole... Trust me, if we wanted to be on subject, we would have got him on subject.
Electrified crow.
Yeah, it goes from subject of, hey, we're talking about ice creams, and then we get on alien abductions.
Yeah, we dance around what Paul talked about, and then we move on.
Oh, speaking about that, did you see they found Bigfoot's skull in the middle of one of the forests lately?
Bullshit.
They said they found some primate. Here, let me see if I can look it up real quick. Yeah. Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. We're taking this from a guy who probably fucks his sister.
Oh, no. Too true.
Yeah, I think if they do find an actual skull, it's going to be like put under wrap. They're not going to let nobody.
Or it'll be front page news in every fucking newspaper.
That ain't fun.
Actually, I don't know because
here it is.
Aliens
massive primate skull found in North American forest sparks Bigfoot frenzy. Here, let me see if I can.
Now this is from the Daily Mirror, I bet.
This is from Daily... Fuck you, dude. This is from Daily Star. Here, let me get a...
exactly.
Here we go. Look in hashtag general. Hashtag general. Here
Daily
we go.
Star.
Right underneath that article is about Bad Boy again.
There we go.
Yep.
There it is. There's the picture right there.
Wow, they even took the liberty to shove a log through its head? Is that what that is?
I don't know. It's some piece of metal or something. I don't know.
What the fuck? That is clearly a gorilla skull in mud. Someone just made it dirty.
Made riding dirty. Yep.
That would not look like that in the mud. Anyway.
My question.
It's the Daily Star.
My question is, if this was found like this, why?
The rest of it?
Where's the rest of it? And two, why are they just finding this now in this particular area that
Yeah,
they're just kind of walking through. You mean to make me believe that this area has been untouched for a very long time in order for that skull to be there?
Yeah,
there are trail cameras everywhere.
Yeah. I believe in
those
Bigfoot.
Motherfuckers would have been seen by now.
See, I do believe in Bigfoot, and I believe. Well, okay, I'll give you that too, because I don't believe this part, but I do believe in Bigfoot. But they just haven't caught it yet.
Daily Star, Exhibit A.
Thank everybody for being on the show today. For all you listeners over there, please go to the show notes, check out the show notes, click on the Discord, and then you can see all the pictures and stuff as we talk about during the show. All right, everybody, say goodbye.
The miscellaneouspodcast.org. Go check out some merch.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. And on behalf of Norco, peace be with you.
Yeah. Oh, and Gates McFadden. What was it? Love to Gates McFadden. Skeletor.
He's got a boner.
Oh no!
Just come on the show.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
just 3 minutes. Just come on the show and say hi to us one time.
But we pay.
Yeah, I'll pay for Gates McFadden. Yeah. Paramount, please.
I mean, if she flies me out, to wherever she's at, I'll clean her pool for her.
Aw, among other things.
Like an offer.
Be her pool boy.
I think Marina Sirtis was sexy as hell.
Who?
Deanna Troy from.
That's her real name.
Marina Sirtis.
Shit. We saw her.
Just say her name, Deanna Troy, man.
We saw her boobs.
Marina Sirtis was the actress's name, but she played Deanna Troy.
Me and Joe saw her boobs.
Beautiful Betazoid. The beautiful Betazoid.
Me and Joe saw her boobs. Me and Joe saw her boobs.
Yes, we did.
Just want to say that again.
On VHS.
On VHS.
You guys are walking all over each other.
I know, but I saw Deanna Troy's boobs.
There we go. All three of you.
That's the brothers. All right, everybody. Thanks very much. We'll see you.
That's because Joe's gain is like ultra high.
You're all talking on phones, Scott.
Nah, Joe's using a tube amp.
No.
With an 8-track player.
Just let them go. Just let them go.
All right. I gotta end this. I gotta get out of here.
My computer's dying. I gotta go.
Yeah, my computer's dying. My signal's bad.
I
gotta go.
Arrivederci.